K through 8. K through 8th grade. That is my understanding. Wow. Of this Minnesota school. Big problem. At a Catholic school, 2 children, 17 more injured. People, I've been saying this for years. Just before school starts, when it starts, just before it ends, there are these incidents. This time in Minnesota. It is Wednesday, August 27th of 2025. I have 12:35 in the PM. And we're going to say it either way. Praise God. Praise our God from whom all blessings flow. I am Franchise Pearson, where today I will present the 5 C's. Because the 5 C's show John F. Kennedy and the history. In my humble opinion, that's what it shows. It happened at a Catholic school. A Catholic school. JFK was an Irish Catholic, was he not? They're telling us the future, people. And today, for the first time in all my years doing Decode about Kennedy, I shook. I said I shook as I began to pull back the layers. My spirit shook almost to a moment of fear because I imagined the children. I imagined a world where this moment segues right into the moment of history of JFK to the future of someone who is in charge right now. And I was feeling all of this compounded in a world that could be plunged into disarray. I was feeling all of that. For the first time, I felt it all. I'm like, but I gotta produce this video. I wanna show you from the beginning. They said the man, he did this through a window. It reminded me of Oswald, the one who unalived JFK. I'm gonna show you why I felt it was JFK right away, this situation. The mayor of Minnesota, he's 44 years old. Barack Obama was the 44th president. And he's the 48th mayor. Well, last year on April 8th, we had an eclipse on April 8th, which means you are X'd. You are X'd. And today's date of 8/27/2025 comes out to 44. You got 8 and 27, that's 35 plus 2, 37 plus 2 more, 39 plus 5 is 44. It's speaking. Now from that point, I want to show you some photographs. They said that's what he had. Oswald had one of those when he popped JFK. That comes out to 44. That word comes out to 44. Many times the stories are told through what they focus on. They kept zooming in on the squad car. 44. Are you feeling me? And as it is, 88. Donald J. Trump is the modern day JFK. JFK was born in 1917. Trump became president in 2017. JFK is buried in Arlington National Cemetery, Lot 45. Trump became the 45th president. Trump erected 2 flagpoles about a month plus ago, both 88 feet tall. His text number is 88022. Then you got your 4 3222. You got your 43222. I think that's it. Are they speaking? Are they speaking?
About the shooting, the two children killed were 8 and 10 years old. More than a dozen other children have been injured, and we know police and first responders were called to Annunciation Church, which is attached to a pre-K to 8th grade school, just a few hours ago, about 8:30 this morning, for a report of a shooting. A massive response followed, and someone nearby at the time heard more than a dozen shots.
I have friends that know people who have been shot. I know what gunfire sounds like, and I could tell. I was shocked. I said, there's no way that could be gunfire. There was so much of it. So it was sporadic. So it was a semi-automatic. It seemed like a rifle. It certainly didn't sound like a handgun.
Children, some of them in tears, could be then seen leaving the school and the church with parents and other adults. At the same time, clearly distraught adults began arriving to the scene, some of them escorted by police officers. Now, officials say that the students were attending mass when the shooter opened fire from outside the church while students were attending that service. The police chief says the two students who were hit as they sat in the pews. Chief Brian O'Hara also says the shooter was armed with a rifle, shotgun, and a pistol. Police arrived at the scene minutes after the first 911 call when the shooter was reported dead. About an hour later, sources say it was from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Official
Self-inflicted. Here's a report about a witness. Check it out.
Where this shooting took place at Annunciation School. Here's what he had to say of what he heard this morning around 8:20 this morning.
There's two cars in front of us that just stopped in front of the school. So we were like the third car behind. And I saw a man running up the street the other way, and he was frantically running, like he was running for his life. And so that kind of alerted me that we heard probably about 15 to 20 gunshots in about 30 seconds. So we just booked it. We took a left. We jumped on Harriet. You know, we drove by and we said, "Are you okay? Do you want to come in the car with us?" And he said, "Yes, please." He's like, "Someone's shooting at me. Someone's shooting at me." And so we get in the car and we just asked him what's going on. He said that a man dressed in all black was firing shots, and he didn't see anything else besides what he was wearing, but he hit the ground. His hands were all beat up from hitting the ground so hard. Then he got up and he said, "I have to start running. I have to go."
So, learning more about what this person witnessed, he said that this runner got in his car and he brought him to safety to his home. He said that because the runner was running outside the school and saw this gunman, I asked him, "Well, was this shooting taking place outside?" And the runner told this witness that the gunman was shooting in the parking lot near the school. Again,
more details there, but as we continue to talk to these different sources and try to figure out what happened inside of that school building, we do not have any fatalities confirmed at this point. So as people see the numbers and hear the numbers of 20 victims, yes, that sounds bad initially off the front, but again, we do not have a breakdown of what those 20 victims mean. They could be anywhere from minor injuries to serious injuries. The hospital out there tweeting that they are caring for some of the victims. So obviously you're gonna have people who are transported to the hospital out there, and we will wait for the update in terms of the severity of the injuries. But Joe, we did hear from witnesses and from other people who spoke to the media out there immediately after the shooting that they heard a whole lot of gunshots in rapid succession, and that one witness thought it was actually somebody doing roof work because there was so much banging going on. What does that say to you? That, you know, there were a couple witnesses who said, you know, they're familiar with guns, and it sounded like the person had a chance to reload at least one time, and it was just nonstop bang, 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 bang.
I mean, they're going to have, you know, they'll find out if they have this person is down. I'm sure the weapon is there.
Now, here's the mayor. After that, you'll hear the chief of police, Minnesota.
We need to do everything possible to support them through this time. We have a family resource center that has been set up. I'm grateful for all of the law enforcement agencies, from a number of different jurisdictions, all the different departmental support that we've received. They're going to be working tirelessly. There's also a family resource center that is being set up as we speak to make sure that we're there for everybody. Again, to the families that are suffering, to those that have experienced loss, I'm so deeply sorry. We're going to be with you every step of the way. We love you. This kind of act of evil should never happen, and it happens far too often. The chief will provide additional details.
Again, he's 44 years old. Barack Obama's 44th president. And he's the 48th mayor. 48 means X. Now watch this.
My name is Brian O'Hara, B-R-I-A-N, O''H-A-R-A. I am the Minneapolis Police Chief. Earlier today, just before 8:30 a.m., our city experienced an unthinkable tragedy. Minneapolis police officers responded to a report of a shooting at a mass that was happening at the Annunciation Roman Catholic Church on the block behind me. This worship service was marking the first week of school for children that are attending the Annunciation Catholic School. During the Mass, a gunman approached on the outside, on the side of the building, and began firing a rifle through the church windows towards the children sitting in the pews at the Mass. Shooting through the windows, he struck children and worshipers that were inside the building. The shooter was armed with a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. This was a deliberate act of violence against innocent children and other people worshiping. The sheer cruelty and cowardice of firing into a church full of children is absolutely incomprehensible. Police officers from the Minneapolis Police Department immediately responded, entered the church, and attempted to provide first aid and rescue some of the children that were hiding building, while other first responders came and EMS responded to rush victims to nearby hospitals. 2 young children, ages 8 and 10, were killed where they sat in the pews. Their parents have been notified. 17 other people were injured, 14 of them being children. 2 of those children are in critical condition. The coward who fired these shots ultimately took his own life in the rear of the church.
That's deep, y'all. My condolences. I'm telling you, I felt the whole thing. You saw Annunciation Church just happened to come out to 88. When I see the word also, I also see another word. When I see the word, even though it comes out to 88 in Gematria, I also see another word. Is that coincidence? Let's break this thing down. Here's your mayor, Jacob Fry. Birthday, July 23rd, 1981. Woo! Man, 44 years old. This is gonna be deep, y'all. July 23rd. Anniversary, 2025, he's 44 years old. Today's date is August 27th. The difference is 35. JFK was the 35th president, and he was Irish Catholic. Are you feeling me? The last birthday of the mayor of Minnesota where this situation happened, subtracted from today gives you 35 days. JFK was 35 years old, Irish Catholic. Annunciation Church, Catholic Church. Now, the motorcade that took JFK, after this here, they used I-35 to go to the hospital. 35. The birthday of the mayor, 7/23/1981. Today's date, 8/27/2025, is 44, like Barack Obama, and 35, like JFK. JFK was the 35th president. JFK, Roman Catholic. I stand corrected. JFK was Roman Catholic. Was he not Irish as well? I'm not sure, but Roman Catholic. Roman Catholic. Kennedy is buried Lot 45 in Arlington National Cemetery. Trump's the 45th president. I reminded myself, look at 5/29. That's the birthday of JFK. It's about to get deeper. 5/29, JFK's birthday. Day of his demise, 11/22. Today, well, the date of the mayor's birthday, July 23rd, 81. JFK, the same year, his birthday would have been 5/29/81. Their birthdays are 55 days apart. The mayor of Minnesota and JFK's birthday is 55 days apart. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Is this future past? 11/22/2025, that's the death of JFK anniversary. Today's date is 8/27. The difference is 88 days. Trump, his text number 88022, 2 flagpoles 88, and also when you put Trump in the Gematria calculator, when you put Trump in the Gematria calculator, it too comes out to 88. Let's go there right quick. So much going on, people. Trump, Trump, comes out to 88 and 47. Wow. Let's go further. Lee Harvey Oswald, the man who took out JFK. Now, just so you know, the chief of police, they went on to say that the man was inside of a window when he did the shooting. So was Oswald when he shot JFK. His birthday is October 18th. His death date is November 24th. Watch this connection. 11/24/1963, Oswald's death. 8/27/2025, the shooting today at the Annunciation Church. The difference is 3/2/22. What does that 3/2/2 remind you of? That 3/2/2 reminds you of the license plate they kept showing. "3/2/22. Is that coincidence? Well, not the license plate, but the car number. 3/2/22. Is that coincidence? Then look at this. 10/18/2024. That's the anniversary of Oswald's birthday. Today's incident is 8/27. The difference is 313 days. What's 313? 313, that's when Pope Francis became the Pope, 313. Like I said, do they do future past? I believe they do. Also, it comes out to 10/9. If you take October 9th, subtract it from December 31st, you get 84 days. What is 84? Barack Obama was born August 4th. Is that coincidence? All right. Minnesota became part of the United States on May 11th. May 11th. Take May 11th, 2025. Today's incident, 827. The difference is 108. What is 108? Well, we just celebrated the 108th birthday of JFK, believe it or not. We just celebrated the 108th birthday of JFK. All this is coordinated, people. I just have a gift to pull it apart. Also, it come after 3:16, like John 3:16, Jesus sacrificed for our lives, 3:16. Is this coincidence? It's telling you the future. And don't get bent out of shape when it go down. I'll be live for a few days after that. They're gonna unalive Donald J. Trump. That's what they're telling you. They're showing, they do these events for a lot of reasons. Now, this is deep, we're almost done. JFK visited Minnesota in 1962, October 6th and October 7th, 1962. Check October 6th, 2025, anniversary, JFK visited Minnesota. Today's date, 8/27, Annunciation Church. The difference is 5/5. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. 10/6/1962, JFK was in Minnesota. 11/22/1963 is when JFK was slain. The difference is 11/22. Drop the mic. I said drop the mic because that's his death date. I'm gonna do it again. 10/6/1962. That's in relation to when JFK was in Minnesota. That exact date, 10/6/1962, the president. The day he died, 11/22/1963. So JFK died exactly 1 year, 1 month, and 2 weeks and 2 days after he was in Minnesota. 11/22, and that's his birthday. That's his death date. What are the odds, people? 6/14/2025, that's Trump's last birthday. Today's date is 8/27/2025. The difference is 2/16. What's 2/16? The 216th day of the year is August 4th. Barack Obama was born August 4th. My name is Friendshot Pearson. I pray you enjoyed the video. Go to my site, Friendshot Blue. Click on my portrait right here. And then click on more. Click on more. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal, also a P.O. box. My videos do not go to the big audience. I'm sure you know why. This type of truth would blow everything out of the water. The alphabet stations, in my humble opinion, they're controlled. The newspapers and the magazines are controlled. We're in the last days. God said he'll never leave you, never forsake you. I'm called to do a last day work. If you can, please support. Thumbs up and make a comment that helps the algorithm. Thank you.